Welcome back to the dojo, everybody. On today's episode, we've got our Liam's Facts, our top 5 B movies of the 80s, our Ask a Sensei, our fight scene, our joke of the week, and Tony finally decided to come back. So make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the show, everybody. Welcome back to the dojo, everybody. This is TruTalk with TruMotion, where a couple of guys talk about how to make the world a better place and hopefully make your day a little bit better in the process. My name is Mark, followed by my co-host Tony.
What up?
He's back.
I'm back.
I know it was like almost a month hiatus.
It feels like it, dude. Seriously.
Yeah.
I think it was literally a month hiatus.
Yeah, because the last time it was our Father's Day episode.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. A lot of things have transpired since you were last on the show.
I've got advice. I've got places to visit. I've got fun stories. I've got Korean, like daytime drama that's going on. It's amazing. Like, I can't even tell you. I'm going to adjust my camera here just a little bit. There you go.
All right. Well,
good times. Where do you want to start?
I was going to say let's get into it. You obviously just got married.
Yeah. Just got married. I'm married for now 2.5 weeks.
Yes.
I'm still married for 2.5 weeks.
Still going.
And
that's always a good
still
thing.
Good.
Good.
All, like Olaf says, all good things. All good things.
All good things. That's good.
So, yeah, it's for the people that have been watching consistently and everything else. Going from the very, very beginning when I started, coming to the podcast and everything else, where it was just like,
should probably go watch his first time on the show. There's no video; it's just all audio.
Yeah,
very different tone from the Davis.
Completely different, and a lot of that's just because of the, and the experience and everything else that I that you go through. I've learned kind of something about myself and about people. I think people in general, because I've really tried to, just open up my mind to the point of it's not a, like this person, that person type of thing, but it could be more of like a human condition situation. And going through everything that I've been through, I think, and I kind of believe that there are, and again, this isn't just two separate types of people, but I think that there are two types of people out there. One who thrives well inside of I shouldn't say thrives. Well, yeah, I guess I could say thrives well, but not only thrives well in a family type environment, but also desires to have that family type environment. And those people who don't, there are people out there who are, for lack of a better term, a little bit on the kind of like the selfish side of life, where it's like, no, I just need to take care of myself. It's a very myself-centric type of mentality.
There is because it's a delicate balance you have to take.
Right.
Because I've used this phrase a lot before. In order to be selfless, you have to be a little selfish. In terms of, like, it's just like when you go on an airplane. In order, before you help somebody else, you got to put the oxygen mask on yourself.
Correct.
So
yeah,
I kind of agree with what you're saying, where people take it to the extreme, though, where they only fixate. Well, if I'm not happy, then the hell with everybody else.
Right.
And it's like, no.
Right.
As a parent and as a person in a relationship, you do kind of have to sacrifice a little bit of yourself for the betterment of the whole.
Right.
Okay. But that doesn't mean you completely ignore yourself.
Correct. Yeah, like and I think the analogy of the when again, make sure your mask is on before you help anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back when I was like consuming a lot of like self-help books and business books and stuff like that when I was running a studio, one of the books that I read was there were two books by Dr. Rabbi Daniel Lapin.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is called Business Secrets According to the Bible. He's a Jewish rabbi, and basically kind of comes from the point of view of like, okay, like here are these are the sheer numbers. These are how many Jewish people are extremely successful in their individual fields, whether by way of Nobel laureates, multi-billionaires, business developers, stuff like that. Now let's go ahead and look at the total population of Jewish people in the entire world. There's something wrong here because they are a lot more successful than the general population. So why is that?
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of goes and he does a deep dive into kind of like the religious aspect of, their own theology and everything else. And one of the things that he talks about is there's a prayer that they do at the end of Shabbat called the Havdalah service, where like you sing a song, you say a prayer, and as you're saying the prayer, you're filling this chalice, and to the point where the chalice overflows and flows then into this basin that's underneath of it. And the gist of the prayer is, Lord or God, bless me to have that and overflowing.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole entire purpose of that is like, I can't help anybody else unless I'm okay and taken care of, and then I help other people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're right when other people think like, yeah, but that stuff that's overflowing is stuff that really should still be helping me.
Yeah.
And it's like,
no, that
okay.
I created that overflow, so now
Right.
it's mine.
I created the overflow.
Yeah.
It is now mine.
Yeah.
And if I'm not happy with that, then I'm not going to help anybody else. Or
people that only do things that will better themselves, or they'll never do anything
Right.
just for the fact that like, hey, I'm in a good place.
Right.
I can help other people.
Right. And inside of a family dynamic, marriage relationship type thing, yes. Do you need to be okay? Do you need to like? And when I say okay, I'm not talking about just like financially, job, and everything else. Emotionally, are you okay? Mentally, are you okay? And being two guys, who are in a, the martial art industry, very masculine type industry and everything else, talking about the fact of, for us guys, are we okay?
Yeah.
And we're not. We don't talk about it. And there's, another saying that says, because I think this is a very, again, general, all generalizations here, but I think it's a very masculine thing to sacrifice everything for the good of whatever it is that you're in charge of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I get
so,
that. Yeah.
Like again, running martial arts studio, we sacrifice a lot to run this place.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, it's like, I'm sacrificing. Well, you're just doing that for your job. It's like, no, I have other people that depend on me besides my own family. Well, they just pay you. They're just your customers. It's like, yes, but it's not just like they're coming and buying a hamburger for me and, and some fries to, then go about their day.
No, you care about it. Well, you should care about every person that comes in, and you take responsibility for what happens to them outside of here.
Right.
Whether it's your fault or not, that's irrelevant.
Yes.
Like you hear about students and you revel in their successes, and then you like are heartbroken
Yes.
when they have failures.
Yeah.
It's just like a parent.
Yes, very much so. And this is one thing that I thoroughly enjoyed about running a martial arts studio. It's like it's one of those hidden gems that we probably don't talk about a lot, is the impact that we never see.
Yeah.
With people who come and they're struggling with all sorts of different stuff. And we don't just come in like, okay, we're just going to teach you how to punch and kick and everything else. Okay, good job. High five. Have a good day. Did you have a good workout? Okay, good. Go home.
Yeah.
Because we know it's more than that.
Yeah.
We know that a lot of reasons why people come in here is because they're fighting demons that they can't really talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's, actual, demons that are going on at school or at home or whatever, or if they're mental demons and stuff that are going on there. Or if it's just some place where they can feel that I'm accepted and this is, a place that I hate this term, but this is a safe environment, a safe place for me.
Yeah, I've always struggled with that safe space terminology, but there is some credence to it. I just think it's overused.
I think it got abused, honestly.
Yeah.
I think and anything that gets abused and manipulated to that point where it's now a point of manipulation, I have personal problems with.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, but that's extremely true. It's crazy because everybody always assumes that it's a certain type of person that trains, but in reality, like, it's a melting pot.
Yes.
Like, anybody can come and train and instantly feel like you're a part of something.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because you can't get that in anything else.
No, like there's that feeling of belonging and community that's here.
Everybody gets along because we have like super conservative people and we have super liberal people.
Yeah.
We have people that think this type of philosophy. We have people that think that type of philosophy, and it doesn't matter.
No.
Because like, you're on the mat. When you're on the mat, you're all the same.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care, again, like, what you think, what God you pray to, like, what's your favorite team, what you like to eat. It does not matter. Everything is on level playing field the second you walk on the mat.
Yeah.
Everybody's working on the same thing.
Right.
Everybody's struggling with different aspects of it. And everybody's genuinely there to help you get better.
Right. And I think for me as a martial art instructor, you take that personally.
Yeah.
That you're just
well,
like,
no, I should.
Yeah, I'm here because I know these people are going through something. I know they're struggling through something. And if this can be the only hour during their week that the only thing they have to worry about is making sure that they block and don't get punched in the face, which, it sounds violent and everything else, but it's like, all of the other stresses that are in your life, it's like, no, I just gotta make sure that I don't get hit, And as a guy, I'm like, yeah, I'm supposed to be here, and there are sacrifices that I will make in order to, make sure that I'm helping these people out. I think that's a very masculine thing to do. And with that saying, I think that the majority of good men, I'll clarify that one. They will sacrifice their own happiness and everything else for their family so that their family can succeed. And again, massive generalization, buckle up. I think women will sacrifice their family for their own happiness.
Well, going back to what you said earlier, good women will not.
Right.
Bad ones will.
Right.
Now, unfortunately, you have a certain viewpoint.
Yeah, no, 100%. And that's where
you preface it. This is a massive generalization.
Yeah.
But the truth is like a good woman will do the same things as a good man.
Right.
And just like a bad man will or a bad woman will do the same things as a bad man.
Correct.
It does not matter that, but unfortunately, and again, I kind of blame social media and algorithms.
Yep.
Because the second you start liking that stuff, you are flooded with it. And it just creates a bigger divide on your viewpoint on certain things.
Right.
And I agree because, we've all had bad relationships. Hence why we've all had them, because they're gone.
Yeah.
But the second you find, and now you're in that boat, that person that compliments you. Yeah. You're like, this is what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah. Or that someone, and that's the other thing. Someone who can recognize the good things you can do.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like the good in you. I'm
Yeah.
literally meaning like, oh,
you're good at this.
You're really good at this.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it.
Yep. Or I have help
Right.
when I need to do it.
Right. Or, you know what? You're really good at this. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I would much rather have you do that. I'll take care of everything else that goes
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah.
And I'll let you do the thing that I don't want to do.
And honestly, that's why Shannon and I work so well together.
Yeah.
Because what I'm not good at, she is really good at.
Right.
And what she's not really good at, I'm really good at.
Right.
And it works. It really does. And the biggest thing that most men want when they come home is peace.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to have to put out any more fires. They don't want to have to come home and still stress about what's at home. And that's something that I just have to give Shanna just so much credit for, is like she creates zero extra drama.
Yeah.
Zero.
Well, and I think also, you know, because again, like, you know, slip into the algorithms and you like one thing and then you get 500 more.
Yeah.
But there's the, you know, the video short where the guy is standing there and it's just noise, just like, you know, all these voices, people talking, I got to do this. And the guy's just like, I can't. I've got to try to like organize all of this. I've got all these other responsibilities and everything else. And whether it's a spouse, fiance, girlfriend, whatever, she just comes up and then just puts her arms around him. And then all of that noise quietly goes away. There's no drama. And it's funny because I don't think women understand. I honestly don't think women understand the power that has. Because that type of, I mean, it's totally like not sexual, not, it's, you know, nothing, it's like hyper intimate or anything else. It's just like, I'm just going to sit here and hold you because that lets you know that I care about you. That lets you know that I know that there's things that you're battling that you're not going to tell me. And I'm also proud of you. And I'm happy to be with you. And I want to be here. And I'm here to support you no matter what. I mean, all of those things in just a simple 30-second hug, like convey all of that information. And when inside of relationships and stuff like that, when that starts to degrade and fall apart, I like to call it the canary in the coal mine. Once that starts to go, you better get on top of what's going on, what's happening, like what's happening inside of you, you know, and it could be just like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe that you just you left your toothbrush on the sink for the upteenth time after I told you it annoys me. It's like, okay, you know, all right, like let's work through this, you know, and it's probably something silly and stupid.
Most of the time it is, and then it's gone untreated and it festers, and then it gets infected, and
then they start to, again, confirmation bias. They want to confirm everything else of the conversations that they're having in their own heads, and blah 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 blah. You know, plus you get the social media aspect of it, which is you don't need no man. You know, all of this other, you know, feminist garbage that's out there, that literally starts to destroy and degrade the relationships that are there. And it's like, stop, like, no, you know, like there's this one gal that I saw and it was really kind of funny because, you know, she made a post. She's like, I made a post, like, I like saw my husband. He was out there, he was mowing the lawn, everything else. It's hot. He's sweaty, everything. He's, you know, making sure that the lawn's taken care of. And I was just like, man, like that's hard work. So I went in and I made him a sandwich, I made him a drink, everything else, you know, he came in, I had food for him ready and everything else. She's like, the amount of crap that I got for posting that I did something nice for my husband.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That all of these ladies are like, well, what does he do for you? What does he, you know, why are you a slave to him? And I think it goes back to, again, making sure that your safety mask is on before you help other people. That I could say to her, it's like, oh no, you're in a good mental headspace. He's in a good mental headspace, and you're able to recognize, hey, he's working hard for me.
Yeah.
He's making sure that the lawn is taken care of and stuff. That's for me.
Yeah.
And for our family. And he wants to take care of those things for me. You know what? I'm going to do something nice for him.
Yeah, and it's one of those things to where it's like a lot of times a lot of the stuff that women do kind of goes unseen sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're like, let's take the mowing the lawn one. It's like that's very visibly seen.
Right.
Like
Right.
see somebody doing something.
Right.
But then all of a sudden it's like, well, you get home and then like the house is clean.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't want to use that, but it's like
but it's simple.
Yeah, it's a simple one that everybody
you don't really
can
see it. Like
yeah.
You get to see the after effect.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So sometimes, and that goes both ways.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that both partners do that goes unseen while they're doing it. Like you said, they just see the after effect.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you just have to make sure that a little appreciation goes a long way.
Yeah, and I think, and this is kind of where, like I was saying before, I think that this is a systemic human condition thing.
Mm-hmm.
And again, one of the things that, I constantly, I really lean on that book a lot, which is funny because I'm Mormon.
Yeah.
But it's Rabbi Daniel Lapin's so good. But he comes out and he talks about the 10 Commandments. For those of you who know, Moses went up, talked to God, came back with the 10 Commandments.
Or if you believe Mel Brooks, 15.
Right, 15.
I mean, 10,
10
commandments.
That's 10 commandments. So, love that guy. The reason why he brought out all of the 10 commandments was because every single one of those was a weakness inside of the human condition that needs to be made stronger. Being grateful and showing gratitude to other people, that is a human condition weakness. Because again, how many times would we have to say to certain couples, it's like, dude, you came home, your house is clean. Did you say thank you to the person who cleaned it? Did you say thank you to the person who made dinner?
It's crazy because not only that, it's like I know so many people that have such amazing lives and they're so ungrateful for them.
Right.
Or they don't even realize how good they have it.
Right.
And they always look at the things that they don't have, or it's not as good as they want. And it's like, man, there's nothing wrong with like striving to be better and do more and that. But you gotta realize how far and where you've come from.
Right. Yeah. And I think that, and again, there's a lot that I've learned, about myself and about the best ways to, to show that appreciation and everything else. But because of that, I've learned about myself that I'm one of those type of people that, again, striving for things that I want in life. I want a family.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have my kids around me all the time. 100%.
Yeah.
Like if I could wave a magical wand and, have my ex look at me and say, yeah, I'm just really busy at work. I've got all this travel and everything else. How about we just redo the whole entire child custody thing? You get them all the time. Like literally that would be a dream for me.
Yeah.
Because then I'd have my kids with me 100% of the time.
Well, they're almost getting to the point where they can make their own choice to who they want to stay with.
Yeah.
So.
And honestly, there's some personal fear for that inside of me that, they might choose not to be with me.
I don't really think that.
I don't think that either. Because I do get along really well with my kids.
Yeah, and I see how they interact with you.
Right.
So.
Right. But then again, not only that, but to be able to come home to have that one person.
Yeah.
That it's like, like the attorney James Saxon says, he comes out and he says, I believe in polyamory. I believe in being able to have sex with like as many, women as I want. And he says, and I only want to do that with one person.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like, okay, great. I only want to come home to one person.
Yeah. I personally don't know how people can like be juggling different dating partners and it's like that's way too much work for me. It's like I just want one person that I know I can depend on.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. And
I'm good.
And so, yeah, like it's been eye-opening a lot to come through, the whole entire gamut of, going through the divorce, realizing that the person that I was married to, that, yeah, there wasn't love there for probably my conspiracy theory is that there wasn't any love there really, for the entire marriage, and that she was just felt like she was trapped and locked in.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It is. That's but that's why I say it's a conspiracy theory.
And that's where it's like, this is where I have I guess, spiritual battle or conundrum, or even moral, if you want to call it, where, like, people of faith, like, you don't live with someone else until you're married.
Right.
I get that, but at the same time, you don't know who you're truly dealing with until you live together.
Right.
It's like you take a car on a test drive. You're like, man, I like the way this feels. This is great. But you don't do that with somebody that you're literally committing yourself to.
Yeah.
So it's like, ooh, yeah, I go back and forth with it a lot, to where it's like I know, again, if you're religious, I mean, that's a no-no. Like, you don't want to do that. But man, how many marriages have been ruined because they get married too fast because they want to take that next step. And then they realize,
right,
this is probably not the right person for me, which is okay.
Right.
It's okay that this person is not the right person for you. Then you can just be like, hey, this isn't really working out. You go that way, I go this way.
We're good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, and that's where it was funny because, like, so right after Cammie and I got married, came to the reception. Thank you very much. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And
no,
so,
met your sister. That's a funny story about that. Because when I went up and talked to you, and I was like, okay, dude, I know nobody here. Who are all these people? And then you kind of like pointed out the lay of the land. Like 3 minutes later after that, she comes up to me and she goes, hey, I just saw you talking with Tony. Who are you? And I'm like, okay. Well, I've known Tony for like 20 years. And she goes, what? I go, yeah, like we go way back. And she's like, really? How? And I was like, well, through the karate industry. And she goes, oh, and then just led into like almost like a 45-minute conversation. And Shanna's all like, she's a nice lady. I like her.
Dude, my sister's awesome.
Yeah.
My sister's flat out awesome.
Yeah. So I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
I forgot her name though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Jenna's her name. Yeah, she's no joke at kicking the pants. She's awesome.
And she couldn't believe that you were on a podcast. Tony's on what?
What?
I go,
what does he do?
I go, yeah, we do a podcast every Saturday. It comes out on Tuesdays. And she's all, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, here, I'll show you a little clip of one. She goes, oh my gosh, why didn't he tell me? I'm like, that's a good question. Why didn't he tell you? So, yeah. No, but it was great. Man, when we were pulling in there, I was expecting like, I don't even know what I was expecting, but like, we're pulling into the parking lot and I'm like, it's in here. And then it's like, you're at your destination. I was like, oh, well, there's his car. There it is.
Right.
Yeah. It was not what I was expecting.
It was really kind of, so the place that we did our reception at is called the Foundry.
Yeah.
The stupid thing is, and has nothing to do with the actual venue itself, has everything to do with the address that the venue is located at.
Mm-hmm.
So many people probably say, yeah, I'm not going to Uinta to like, why are you having your reception in Uinta? No, the Foundry is off of Highway 89 that takes you up into Ogden.
Yeah.
It's just that little area of land.
I just thought it was
like Uinta.
I thought it was honestly a industrial business center.
And that's what it looks like. It's like a commercial park.
Yeah.
With a massive, like, it looks like it's a, like a industrial shipping.
Yeah, storefront
area.
I was all like, it's in here?
Yeah.
Then we walked in, I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, and it did everything that we needed it to do, because it had a separate area. They had a loft area where we actually did like the ring ceremony and stuff like that. And then it has the reception area down there with like a bunch of tables, light.
Yeah, that day was crazy, by the way.
I bet it was.
Yeah, because like I don't know if I've even let you know, but my dad actually did break his neck.
No.
Yeah. He broke his C5 and C6. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So as I'm leaving the studio to go home and pick Shanna up, my mom she starts texting me help, and then she calls me, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then my dad fell. Dog. He tried to step over the dog.
Of course.
Instead of walking around the dog, which there was space for him to walk around the dog, or just tell the dog to move.
Yeah.
Like, get out of the way.
Get out of the way, buddy.
And they have a Bernese Mountain Dog, which is huge.
It's small.
And as he was stepping over, it decided to step up.
Yep.
Yep. And he fell backwards, slammed his head into the wall, put a massive hole in their wall.
Oh, no.
And I go over there. I thought they were more concerned with, because like he has a bald head, so like it cut his head.
Yeah.
I thought they were more concerned with the head wound. And he's sitting there laying there. And he's like, I think I broke my neck. And my dad, God bless him, he's very overdramatic with that stuff. Like everything's like DEFCON 5.
Right.
I'm dying like all the time. So it's really hard to tell if he's really hurt or not.
What's really bad and what's not.
Exactly. So I'm like trying to sit him up. He's like, oh, my neck. Oh, put me down. I'm like, okay, we'll leave you down. And my mom's like, what do we do? I was like, just call 911. I was like, because I can't get him in my car.
Right.
Just call 911. Paramedics came. And it's funny because before the paramedics came, he's like, making all these noises, he's dying.
Yeah.
Paramedics come, silent.
I'm fine.
Yeah. I can just sit up, guys. No. You just said that your neck's hurting. You stay there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm going to freaking kill this guy. So, they took him to the hospital. And, the next day they're like, he broke him. And he had neck surgery. And
actual full-on neck surgery.
Yeah, they went
Holy
in through
cow.
the front of his neck.
Yeah.
And it was a little frustrating because we were getting conflicting information, but depending on who we were talking to. So at first they're like, oh, we just, put a couple of rods and mesh and it'll heal up, blah, blah, blah. Then another surgeon was like, yeah, they fused his neck. And I'm just like, well, what is it? So, we brought him home on July 5th. No, he came home on the 6th. Still recovering.
Dang,
big
dude.
baby. Yeah. So it was kind of wild. And even driving to the venue.
Yeah.
We were on Legacy, and it's all that construction.
Oh, that's right.
And as we were driving, there was a big truck on the side of the road, and there's not much of a pull-off. So I started to just kind of veer to the side so I didn't hit him, and this big old Tundra came like rushing up beside me, and he saw me leaning over, and he overcorrected into the cones and hit a cone.
No.
And so I pulled off and I was like, you all right, dude? And he's obviously freaking out and pissed because he cracked his grill.
Right.
And then I was like,
dude,
okay.
What were you doing?
I was like, all right.
Driving that fast.
He was hauling ass.
Yeah.
Because we were going, because I think is it 65 on that with the construction?
It's like 65.
Normally 60. It's like 70.
Yeah, normally it's 70. They upped it to 70 on Legacy.
Yeah, but he was like flying past me like I was standing still.
Right.
So then I just pull off about a week later, I get a claim on my insurance.
Dude.
Yeah, and I was all,
excuse me?
They're like, were you in an incident on June 30th? And I was all like, not really.
I wasn't.
I was like, I never made contact with the person.
Right.
But I was like,
he hit the cone, not me.
I was like, how did he get my insurance information? Because I never exchanged any information with him.
He probably just grabbed your license plate number.
Probably. Yeah. But and then we did the whole I talked to the insurance company and this and that, and then a day later they're like, you're not liable. And I was like, of course I'm not.
Of course I'm not. I didn't do anything.
Yeah. So that was wild. That was a crazy day.
Oh, dude.
But yours was great. We loved the reception. We loved coming and hanging out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sicily's getting big.
Dude, yeah, both Sicily and Landon. It just, that it's funny because like once when you have your littles, when they're little and, you're going through things, their changes are pretty gradual. You're like, okay, yeah, this is great. Da, 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 da.
Then they're
and
not.
then they hit puberty and then everything like rockets up to 11.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what in the, and yeah, it's just, it's a totally different world helping them navigate now, like, puberty, life, everything else, emotions and all this other stuff. But yeah, they're growing up and getting big. But yeah, like the venue it did everything that we needed it to do.
It was great.
We like Cammie and I, it's kind of funny because we had plans of what we wanted to do throughout the day and stuff like that. On the reception side, like we did want to, have the, like the father-daughter dance and stuff like that and all this other stuff. And, but there was just this constant steady flow of people coming in. And I have a physical aversion to like a reception line.
Yeah.
Because the ones that I grew up going to is that when you go to someone's wedding, there's all these family members that I'm like, I really don't give a crap about you.
Yeah.
I just want to hear to see the bride and the groom, and then I'm gone. And again, I always felt bad for the bride and groom who would stand there in that line, not enjoying any of it.
Yeah.
And just having to, do that type of stuff. But there's no other way to do it. So either you're going to have a line or you're going to be somewhere, and then people will then gravitate to you, and then you'll have this crowd of people around you that are coming to see you or can't find you or whatever. And it's, yeah. So, we had the venue was super nice. It was, honestly pretty affordable.
Yeah.
They were able to, they had a couple different like times that you could rent it. You could rent it for like half day or full day. We did a full day just because because we did get married in the temple first. After that, we had a luncheon for all the family members and people that went to the temple, and then we did the ring ceremony because a lot of people in Cammie's side of the family aren't LDS, and that was something that we wanted to do. That we're just like, yeah, like let's do it. So I had my buddy from Chris Carty, who I met in Layton when Christina was running it.
Okay.
And I was sent up there, and they moved Scott to Bountiful at the time.
Did he still train with you after a while? Because Chris sounds familiar.
So he didn't train with me. So like,
okay,
we were up together. He was an assistant, and I was an assistant when we were like helping Christina run. Layton, and he was a great guy, good assistant, and everything else.
Yeah,
it was one of those like nights he's out because he used to party hard, and it was that one of those nights that he was out partying. He's like, this Tony guy that I work out with, like, he's a nice guy. I think we'd be friends. I don't even understand why he doesn't want to hang out with me or anything else. And it's like, no, it's because I'm at work, and after work is done, I go home.
Yeah.
There's a funny story that I always tell, that I was at home. For some reason, I was still awake. It was like 2 a.m. or something like that. And I get a phone call, and I pick up the phone, and it's Chris. He's drunk off his butt. He's at some club because you can hear the music just going in the background.
Yeah.
I'm like, Chris? And he says, hey, Tony, did you come out and come and hang out and you do stuff, Jaeger and I'm like, Chris, yeah. It's 2 a.m. And this is on a Friday night, mind you. I'll see you tomorrow? Okay. And then hangs up the phone. Next morning comes up. I show up to the studio early to kind of clean up, get it all ready to go. He shows up, somber, quiet. Hi, how you doing? Hey. And so we're sitting there kind of getting stuff ready, and I'm like, so, Jaeger, huh? I'm like, yeah, that was real. Yeah. You called me at 2 a.m. He's like, I am so sorry. And I'm like, why are you sorry? He says, dude, I called you at like 3 a.m, drunk off my butt. And I'm like, yeah, but dude, out of all of the people you could have called, you called me.
Yeah.
Not to like be dumb or stupid or whatever. You called me because you thought in your drunken stupor, out of all of the people I know, I'm having a great time. I want Tony to come out and have a great time too. I'm like, I am not offended at all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually kind of honored that's, and that kind of, it's funny because I kind of started the friendship and everything else. And again, we've been friends ever since.
Nice.
And so he was an airman in the Air Force, everything else.
Uh-huh.
Came back, he got married. I went to his wedding and everything else. And we've been, like, again, I think we've been friends for like 17, 18, 19 years, probably as long as we've known each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he came, like I asked him to come out and be the guy that kind of does the ring ceremony thing. And he came out with his family, and it was super nice. And, we did the reception, all that other fun stuff. And then we went to, we did a little staycation at the Grand America for 3 days, which, shameless plug time, the Grand America. You got to do it.
We did it once.
It's awesome.
It's all right.
I like the place.
Yeah. They make it look like each room's like a hotel. They have like a doorbell and
yes. Yeah.
Or not a hotel.
Like your own apartment.
Yeah, your own apartment.
Yeah. You get the rooms that have like the separate room from the bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's
we did
awesome.
that for Jamin one time. He did something. We're like,
yeah.
Where do you want to go? He's like, I want to go to the Grand America. We're like, all right. We went there for like a night. And
yeah. It's one of my favorite places. I like it. So we stayed there we were there for 4 nights. And then on the 4th of July, because I had the kids for that holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my father-in-law now, which is still kind of weird to say, he runs a small engine repair business. So he does, for anything from, lawnmowers to weed eaters to generators to, all sorts of stuff, any type of small engine repair. So he was going to be in the parade. He had 2 go-karts, and one of them, the one that he drove, was this go-kart. It was really low to the ground, but it had this fiberglass semi-truck body to it that was on the top. It had American flags on that one. I drove, no joke, like a go-kart that was a 1940s Willys Jeep, that had a trailer tucked on the back, full of candy, Cicely sitting in the middle filling up buckets to hand to Landon and Ashlyn, Cammie's daughter, to hand out to kids and everything else. I'm dressed like freaking Paul Revere with the tricorn hat, everything else, with these big, huge, American flag glasses. We got American flags going out the back.
Yeah. What parade was this?
Right, it was a Kaysville parade.
Okay.
Yeah. And music rocking and everything else. Oh, dude, that was literally the funnest time. We had a blast.
Yeah, we always do the Murray Parade every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, it was stupid fun, and people were taking photos. Like, I was just like, dude, it's just, it's kind of like a weird combination. Like, you see somebody in like this costume version of, Paul Revere and everything else. Like, it had like the jacket, the coat, the like neck thing, the pants. I had the hat, and it was awesome.
Yeah, Maya really wants to go to the link dressed up as a founding father or Ben Franklin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's like, I want to do that so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
dude.
All right,
dude. It
nice.
It was fun. So then we had like a couple days, and then we left to go to Bill's Island up in Island Park. And so
we drove through Island Park.
Yeah, dude.
They're just like, meow.
It is.
No, we stopped at the gas station
at Pond's Lodge. Did you stop at the Max Inn?
The Ace, the one attached to the Ace Hardware.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like right at the the south end of the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, south end of Henry's Fork.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, even here in Utah, we have a pretty good idea of what a forest is.
No.
Not until you get to Island Park.
Well, honestly, the second you start heading north and up into like Montana or northern Idaho,
I have not a clue.
It is so much greener there. As we were driving back from Yellowstone, we could see the scenery dry out.
Yes.
It goes from like this deep, rich green to like lighter green to yellow gray. You're like, oh, we're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The density of trees and everything else in Island Park is it's another world.
That's why you can't tell me there's things out there we don't know.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, get out of here with that.
No.
Yeah, when we went to Yellowstone, nothing really exciting happened except for the days that we were not in Yellowstone. Like, obviously, you've probably seen have you seen the video?
Dude, that happened while we were there.
Yeah, of the old man.
Yeah, the old man and the buffalo.
Yoink.
Yeah, yeah. Don't mess with the fluffy cows. You know, like regular cows are regular cows. Buffalo are assault cows, and they will kill you.
Yeah, yeah. And the day before we went to Yellowstone, a 12-year-old got attacked by a buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And the day before we got there, I think that same day, a grizzly took down an elk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was all like, damn it, we didn't get to see either one of those.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thing that's really kind of nuts. Again, driving through Yellowstone, I would see people pull off to the side of the road so that they could get out of their cars to then walk across the street so they could get closer and a better shot of the buffalo. I was like, you don't understand the nature of buffalo, because
you don't mess with them.
There are, like, once they get full size, they are an apex.
Yeah.
Like, grizzly bear isn't going to take down a buffalo. It's not worth it.
They are huge.
And can, like, instantly move thousands of pounds of weight in a second.
Yeah. They're like a Jeep.
Yes. Oh, dude. Yeah. And so you just, like, I remember the old stories where the Native Americans, when they were hunting buffalo, they would hunt wolves first, skin the wolf, and then take the wolf skin and everything else and drape it over them.
And just walk.
So that they could walk through the herd of buffalo. The herd of buffalo are like, you're a wolf. I don't freaking care.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a wolf. I could kill you.
No.
No, you can't.
I don't even think
like my skin is like so thick you can't even like puncture it.
I was gonna say I don't even think they could bite through their hide.
And if I hit you once, you're done. You know? And so of course wolves learned, like, this is just buffalo. You know? So the Native Americans, like, they saw that and they're like, okay, so in order to get the buffalo, because that's a ton of meat for a large tribe, if you got to take it back.
Mm-hmm.
So they would then go in and everything else and, stab one. And yeah, that's how they got the buffalo and stuff like that. But yeah, buffalo don't care. Buffalo and moose, those two animals. I mean, like, I know, yes, do they have predators and stuff like that?
Moose
Possibly.
are mean.
But yeah, but both of those will kill you.
Yeah,
and not even think twice about it.
Nope.
So.
Bears, at least will stay away from you, and they'll attack you if they have to.
Right.
But like moose will just attack you because you're in the area.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah, you're just here.
So,
like, I've got nothing else better to do, and I'm pissed.
Yeah.
So anyway, we we did go to Yellowstone while we were there.
Okay.
And it was funny because Brian, Cammie's dad, he set up this family trip back in December. And no, actually before that, November, October. It was almost like 9 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since then, he has filed for divorce from his wife, and that does create tension and stuff like that in the family. And so,
did she go?
No,
because kind of the similar thing happened with ours.
Yeah,
is Shanna's dad and her stepmom got divorced, and I'm thinking, please God, don't let her come.
Right.
But everybody else is like, if she wants to come, she can. I'm like, no, this is going to be awkward as hell. Please don't let her come.
Right.
But she didn't.
No, yeah, she didn't come. One of Cammie's half sisters got married in May, so she used up all her vacation time. She couldn't come. Another sister moved down to New Mexico, Albuquerque area. And so she couldn't come. She was able to come up for the wedding, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then the other daughter was just like, yeah, no, I'm not going. And so literally it was just our family and Brian. And so apparently he always sets stuff up when he does these big family vacations up at Bear Lake.
Yeah.
And when we actually started doing, like the lake stuff once we got up there, it was funny because he would just stand in the kitchen and just be like, man, this place is the best. I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty nice place. Like, I've grew up in Idle Falls. I've been up to Bill's Island like several times. Like, I've been up here a lot, He's like, dude, like when they said it was that this place was on the lake, he says, here's the kitchen. I was like, yeah. He just points out the door. He's like, there's the lake.
Yeah.
And I just kind of laugh. I'm like, uh-huh. He says, and there's trees everywhere. This is gorgeous. Like, the temperature's perfect. And I just pat him on the shoulder. I'm like, welcome to Idaho. And so he was like, I don't think I'll ever go back to Bear Lake again. I was like, I've never been to Bear Lake.
I've never been to Bear Lake.
Is it good? He says, people will say, like, it's close to the lake. He says, close to the lake means that you're 15 to 20 minutes away. Mm-hmm. And then you have to drop off the boat, put it in the water, everything else, and then you're on the water. And then if you want to do anything, you either have to anchor and then kind of get out and swim out to the beach, or you have to, take the truck, put it on the trailer and everything else. And he says, if you want to have lunch, it's like, 15 to 20 minutes to get back to your place, 15 to 20 minutes to get back. Then you've got like the loading and unloading of the boat. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So you just have to like eat on the beach.
Yeah.
And he says, we have a dock. Our dock's right there, and then we just walk up to the kitchen, eat food, go back to the dock, and we could go back out. I'm like, multiple times a day, yes, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So he brought his boat, rented 2 wave runners. We were just like on the water 24/7. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, he says, I want you to run those wave runners out of gas, and if they run out of gas, I'll go get more. He says, I'm paying for them, so you might as well use them every single day.
Yeah.
And we like, it was nice for Cammie and I, and as we were talking about this last night actually, that we could have our own honeymoon for just the 2 of us. And like, we didn't really go anywhere. It was just here in town. But then the next week we could have a vacation with the family and everything.
Yeah, a family moon.
Yeah, and that was, and it was kind of just happened to be how everything panned out.
Yeah.
But it was really, really good.
That's awesome.
It was really good to have that. And I haven't even gotten into the drama that has been going on around this. And oh boy.
Well, we'll save that
in a minute.
Yeah. But moving on to our Liam's Facts. All right. Last week's question was, what U.S. city has the largest rail network? Do you have any idea?
What U.S. city
has the largest rail
network?
And when you hear the answer, if you don't get it, you'll be like, that makes sense.
Part of me wants to say Chicago.
You are correct. It is Chicago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's where everything...
The beef trade.
Yeah.
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 Yep, it is Chicago. Good job. All right. Next question. Since last week, Martine and I did best like solo or guitar riffs from a song.
Oh, yes.
In what, even though he's not a guitar player, but he's from a famous band, in what city did Jim Morrison die and was buried? So that is the question this week. In what city did Jim Morrison from The Doors die and was buried? Leave your answer in the comments down below or email us at TruTalk Tuesdays and see if you're right. But moving on to a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. TruMotion in motion, let's go. Gear up, stand tall, feel the flow. Kicking it strong with the best of the best. Streetwear fresh, put your style to the test. Karate vibes, yeah, we bring that heat. From tees to hoodies, keep it sharp, keep it sleek. T-shirt or hoodie, we got both. Subs for the grind, focus on growth. Stickers and swag, let the world know you rep style. Now let's go. TruMotion merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Reppin' that swag, flex it, wear it proud. Support TruTalks and wear it loud. Discipline, power, the heart of the fight. Your fit's gotta match your unstoppable might. Tigers and dragons, bold on the sleeve. Step in the dojo, they know you don't leave. Oh, step up, don't wait. Rock that fit, let's elevate. TruMotion merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Rocking that drip, yeah, you own the crowd. Support TruTalks and wear it loud. Yeah, we reppin' strong, no fear, no doubt. TruMotion merch shop is what it's all about.
Thank you, sponsor. Again, make sure you go on, grab some merch. We're still waiting for our monster sponsor, but
The unofficial sponsor of this podcast is brought to you by Landon Norris Monster.
Lando Norris Monster.
Okay. Lando Norris.
It's
Formula
good.
One driver. Tastes like life. Tastes like victory.
Honestly, I think
can.
it tastes like sour watermelon. That's the flavors I get.
It's like a citrus melon.
Yeah,
is what it is.
I like
it. Is
it.
Delicious.
It is very tasty. But moving on to our top 5. All right, this week's top 5 is top 5 80s B movies.
Okay.
Man, I was looking at it, it's like, God, I could have done 90s too. There were so many good 90s B movies.
Well, and
action movies.
And here's the thing. So, like, I think we should probably tell people what a B movie is.
A non-blockbuster Hollywood movie.
Right.
So it's a good movie.
Right.
But it's like the minor leagues, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, and that's the
little
hard
bit
thing,
low budget.
Is that some of them,
little campy.
like ones that I was like kind of looking at, I was like,
I don't consider them a movie.
Oh, that's not a B movie. But
Yeah.
it was.
It's like,
it was.
I've got just honorable mention Bloodsport. I put it as an honorable mention because I don't consider it a B movie. But yet when you look at it, you're like, that's kind of a B movie.
Right. Right. Well, even, like they do consider, okay, well, these are a couple of mine that were on there that I'm like, oh, I can't put that on there, so that's not a B movie. Like Die Hard.
Yeah, I don't consider Die Hard
and
a B
Lethal
movie.
Weapon. I'm like, that, like the first ones, like those were B movies?
I don't think so.
No. But yeah.
Like anything from Canon.
Right.
Canon Pictures, those are kind of B movies.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, even like, even the show Bloodsport, I was like, that's not a B movie.
Yeah.
But I guess it is.
Yeah. When I started looking up lists, like every list had Bloodsport on it. And I was like, get out of here.
Yeah. You're like, shut
But then you're looking at it,
shut
you're
your
like,
mouth.
And apparently they consider a lot of Chuck Norris movies B movies. And I was like, I don't believe that either.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's one thing that I think that as they classify B movies, it's basically something with like martial arts action or that type of
dumb. Martial arts is
kind of like
movie.
One-liners, quippy,
then if that's the case, like every Schwarzenegger movie should be a B movie.
Oh, dude, like like all of the Rambos, which yeah.
But what do you got?
So, I mean, again, I don't really like put things in a list.
Yeah.
But I did have yes, Bloodsport is on my list. Big Trouble in Little China is on my list. The Last Dragon, these are just kind of like the ones. And of course, I lost where my list was at. One of my personal favorites, just because I think it is campy, it is funny, it is, all of those type of things, is the Evil Dead series with Bruce Campbell.
Okay, yeah.
And Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Those were just
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
This is my boomstick. Yeah. That's a great movie
itself it is just comedy all the way around, wrapped in as some people
give
say,
me some sugar, baby.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Yeah. That's
so
great.
good.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
It's so good. Kickboxer, which is another one. Remo Williams. Oh, dude. Let me get into these other ones. Flash Gordon.
Okay.
Flash.
He's the savior of the universe. Yep. Queen. They hated Star Wars so much that they decided to do the soundtrack to like Highlander, Flash Gordon.
Right. Well, and even that, like,
And they even say they don't
Highlander.
like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I don't like Star Wars. Yeah,
But
Highlander.
Highlander was like, I mean, that would be kind of considered a B movie, even
Yeah.
though nowadays
It's got Sean Connery in it, for God's sake.
dude, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Playing some Spanish, Scottish person. You're like, really?
Right?
You're going to pick the dude with the thickest Scottish accent and make me pretend he's Spanish?
Spanish? Yeah, no. Let me I've got like several lists that were here. Oh yeah, and then of course, yeah, Bloodsport. Commando.
That was in the 80s?
That was in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't consider Commando a B movie,
Yeah.
but
I don't either, but again, like with the metric that everybody's like kind of like basing everything else off of, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. There's other ones that I have in here. And I know I'm gonna like you're gonna say one and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that one too. Crap, I've lost.
so some honorable
But those
mentions of
ones,
mine,
Yeah, go for it.
besides Bloodsport, was Invasion USA,
Yes.
with Chuck Norris.
With Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Yep.
Delta Force 2.
Yep.
Delta Force 2. This one, I can't really classify it, but I'm going to say it anyways because it came out in 91.
Okay.
So making it non-80s was
Right.
Showdown in Little Tokyo with Dolph and Brandon Lee.
yes.
Yeah.
Or Scorpion
Scorpion.
with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Yep.
American Ninja.
American Ninja.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a
Yes.
good one too. All of them.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, and my actual list, I had Last Dragon, obviously.
Yes. Yep.
Who's the master? Show enough.
Show enough.
Yeah. God, kiss my Converse. That's such a good movie. The soundtrack is great. It's campy enough. It has a really young Ernie Reyes Jr. in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's great. Cyborg, Van Damme Cyborg.
Yep. Van Damme Cyborg. Very
Yeah.
nice. Yes.
The dude with the like blue eyes that just freaked everybody out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That guy was freaking shredded too.
Mm-hmm.
Big Trouble in Little China. That's
Yes.
such a good movie.
Such a good one. Yeah.
Like Jack Burton always would say, the Pork Chop Express. Such a good movie. This one, I think is the definition of a B movie because the plot is so outrageous that you're like, there's no way in hell this could ever happen. Have you heard of the movie Iron Eagle?
Yes.
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 Where a Air Force pilot gets like shot down as prisoner of war. So his son learns to be a pilot, steals an airplane from a U.S. Air
From a
Force
US Air
base,
Force Base.
flies, violates international law, and rescues him and flies back. And you're like, okay. But as a
So-
kid, you're like, this is freaking awesome.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
So okay. So have you seen the new trailer for Ryan Reynolds' new movie?
I don't think so.
Okay. So he plays. He's a pilot of an SR-71 that gets shot down.
Okay.
Totally not. Didn't happen. But it happens over Russian airspace, and so
Okay.
he crashes. Whatever, you know. He wakes up, and he's like in this cabin type thing, and he's tied down. And I'm gonna. I think it's not Ken. Who is it? I can't remember his name. This Russian guy comes in.
Is it Kenneth Branagh?
I wanted to say it was him, but I don't think it is.
Okay. Because I think
I
I,
wanna say
may
it's-
have seen it, but I didn't see the whole trailer.
I think it's him,
yeah.
but it also could be the guy who was in The Kingsman,
Okay.
and I can't remember his name either. But anyway, so he shows up and he's like, oh, you're okay. I had to, do some surgery on you, but I don't have no anesthetic, so you passed out. And so he's like, what the hell's going on? Are you gonna kill me? I love America. You know? He's
Yeah.
like, I love your movies. I love everything else. I've never had McDonald's, but I think I would love that too.
Yeah.
And so anyway, yeah. So this guy, he's trying to get Ryan Reynolds out of Russia. But
Okay.
apparently he's like some special ops, like Russian soldier, and like kicks ass the entire way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yes, it's very much. I was like, oh, Iron Eagle for like 2026.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Just shut the brain off. Enjoy.
Just enjoy. Sit back. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
thing. I think that's the, you know, if you were to set a metric
Yeah.
on what is a B movie, do I have to shut my brain off to enjoy it?
Yeah.
And if the answer is yup, then you're probably in the
Yeah.
right category.
Yeah. And then the last one is the Toxic Avenger.
Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
The other one that I was going to say was Miami Connection.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. Anything from the Tromaville library
Oh yeah.
B movie to the max.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
The first superhero from New Jersey was the Toxic Avenger. Yep. So,
Oh geez. Yeah.
but B movies are great. Again, don't overthink it. Turn the brain off and just
No.
enjoy.
And honestly, like, I really kind of hate to say it, but like the Evil Dead series, you know, culminating with, you know,
Yeah. The Army of
the
Darkness.
Army of Darkness.
Did you ever watch the Ash versus the World series?
did.
Yeah,
And
that
it
was
was
good
fun.
too. It was fun.
It was
Yeah.
fun. It was kind of good to see like Bruce Campbell out there and everything else again. But yeah, good times.
But let us know what your favorite 80 or B movies. Maybe we'll do
From the
90s.
80s,
Yeah,
90s.
these ones we did strictly from the 80s, but maybe we'll do the
Yeah.
90s eventually. You would classify B movies nowadays as like straight to streaming,
Right.
even though those are straight to streamings are getting even better.
Well, and it's like you start looking at them and you're just like, okay, like,
Yeah.
you know, these, you know,
I think that the age of major theatrical releases are slowly dwindling. And I think I kind of called this years ago, where I think these massive megaplex theaters with like 20 screens, they're going to go away.
it's going to die.
They're going to absolutely go away. The megaplex in Holiday, where there's 6, those will probably still stick around.
Yeah, because I do think that there's going to be people who still want to have that type of experience.
Yeah. Or they're going to go to the one screen massive theater,
Huh?
and then they'll rotate a different movie every day.
Right. Right.
So,
Well, and again, like, so, you know, controversial topic. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey that just got released. You know,
I would like to watch it just for the actual filming of the movie,
oh yeah,
because I've heard it's crazy. Like, I mean, casting choices aside, like, I'm not the one casting, so
Right.
I mean, people can use
Right.
whatever creative freedom they want, and then people can hate on it however they want.
Yep.
That's whatever. But I've heard in an interview that the Cyclops scenes
yes,
are actual puppets.
all
It's not.
practical.
It's not CGI anything.
well, it's all practical effects.
Yeah.
And there was an interview I was watching with Tom Holland. Tom was like, I met those guys. Like, and they're, don't get me wrong, they're bigger, but it's like they're not gigantic, you know. And yes, I watched, you know, the premiere, and it's like, oh my gosh, those guys are huge. You
Yeah.
know? And it's how Christopher Nolan shot the whole thing. He shot
Yeah.
the whole thing on IMAX. I do want to go see it in an actual IMAX theater.
Yeah.
Which again, kind of like what you said, find one.
Yeah, there's
Like an actual legit, not like, oh, it's IMAX certified. No. You know, the IMAX screen that's like
Yeah.
the size of the earth, you know. So
yeah,
you can
they have
actually
the one
enjoy it.
in Jordan Commons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of theaters dying, drove by that place.
Jordan Commons?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a ghost town.
It is and it was sad. It was-
I hate going there now
yeah.
because that was such the it theater
Yeah.
when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was packed all the time.
All the time.
All the time. And then when you walked in, they had that like Main Street style feel where it
Yes.
was like it looked like you're coming into a village, and they had all the
All of
restaurants.
different restaurants and stuff
They're
that
all
were there.
gone. They're all gone.
All gone.
All gone.
It's empty.
Yeah.
The restaurants that surrounded, you know, Jordan Commons gone.
All gone.
You know.
Yeah.
And you're just like, really? Like,
Yeah. Now I've heard that it's busy on like Tuesday when it's like $5 Tuesday,
right.
but
Beyond
yeah,
that.
every time I've gone there for a movie on a weekend,
Yeah.
nobody's there.
No.
It actually makes me really sad. So,
Yeah.
but moving on to our slang. Okay, so this week, because it's 4th of July and America, all that stuff, we're doing America's pastime, baseball.
Oh,
So we're gonna do some baseball slang.
sweet.
Okay. If someone says they barrel it up, what are they talking about?
Barrel it up. I've never heard that one.
It's hitting the sweet spot on a bat.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Bloop single.
A bloop single.
Yep.
That's not like just an infield single, is it?
No, it's where the batter like hits it high enough over the head of the infield, and it just like whoop, boop, and it's a single.
Okay, I was like, that's weird.
Okay, I have not heard this, but maybe you have. Can of corn.
Well, I've never heard that one.
I've never heard it called this either. Apparently, it's an easy routine fly ball hit directly at the outfielder. I've not heard that.
How'd you get that can of corn there, Jimmy?
Yeah. So, dinger.
The dinger. Is it? Yeah.
Or moonshot.
Yeah. That's when you just you crack it and it just literally goes as if it's gonna go to the moon.
Yeah, it's a big home run.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this famous kid that was at the Little League World Series, and when they always interview him, and they're like, "Who's your favorite player?" And like, "What's your hobby?" And he says, "My name's so and so." He's this kind of chunky kid. So and so favorite player is this, and I'm just here to hit dingers. I was like, kid's going somewhere.
Dude, it's like the little kid who he was racing. They're almost like go-kart size, but they're outlaws,
Mm-hmm.
and he wins. And he comes out, they go to interview him, and they said, "So how you feeling today?" And he says, I just wake up every morning and I piss excellence. And quotes the whole entire Ricky Bobby monologue. I'm dying.
Yeah,
because that kid had been waiting.
To
I
say
will
that.
win and I will be interviewed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
say
this. I'm simply the best there ever is.
Yeah, if you ain't first, you're last.
Ain't first, you're last.
Yeah. No, apparently Will Ferrell just he put out another show on Netflix. It's about golf.
Oh, no way.
And it's kind of like Talladega Nights meets Happy Gilmore.
Meets Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, so I actually kind of want to watch it. Okay, next one. Golden sombrero.
Dude, these are so random. I've never heard. What is that?
Okay, that one is the dubious honor of if a batter strikes out 4 times in a single game. He gets the golden sombrero.
That means you suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot corner.
Isn't that the area where the majority of the hits are going?
It's a specific position. It's a nickname for a certain position.
Is it? Isn't it right in between left and center?
It's actually third base.
Oh, is it third base?
Yeah, you're in the hot corner because that's where a lot of balls get.
Yeah,
rifled
everybody's
down there.
the majority of people are right-handed, and so
Yeah. Wheels.
Dude, I have no idea.
It's a fast player.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have no idea what these are.
He's got wheels. Okay, these are pitching. Backdoor slider.
Isn't that one where you it's a slider pitch, but the backdoor slider is how the pitch is actually made from behind the body and you come in.
Close. Right? It's where the pitch starts on the outside of the batter or the zone.
Yeah.
And then it curves into the zone in the back end.
Yep.
Cheese. Or people will say, give him the cheese or the high stinky cheese.
Isn't that high and tight?
But what kind of pitch is that?
It's generally a fast pitch.
Yeah, it's a fastball.
Yeah.
The high stinky cheese.
Yeah.
Give him the cheese. Yeah. You kind of alluded to this one earlier. Chin music.
Oh yeah, that's one where you're bringing it.
You back them up off the plate.
Yep.
Be like, hey, you're crowding
the plate, buddy.
Crowding the plate, buddy. Get off.
I'll bean you.
Painting the black.
painting the black. Isn't that like really being on the edge of the strike zone?
Yeah. It's like the black outline of the plate. The ball just barely touches it.
Barely on the edge.
Painting the black. Southpaw.
If the ref sees it.
Yeah. Now they have all this digital stuff. Where
now they can actually they'll just
challenge it.
Challenge it.
Yeah.
Which is good because I mean,
it's honestly getting to the point where they're taking away umpires' jobs.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a lot of bad calls that you just look at and you're like, I'm not a ref and I could tell that's wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this one was
Southpaw.
Southpaw's a lefty.
A lefty. Uncle Charlie.
Ooh, this one I don't know.
It's an old school slang for a curveball.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because Uncle Charlie's a little.
Yeah, he's a little curvy.
He's a little Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yanker.
Oh, I don't know that one.
It's a really sharp curveball where it's like yank, it like gets yanked.
Oh,
Yanker.
Okay.
Okay. Banged. I haven't heard it called this before.
Banged.
This is general gameplay slang now. Banged.
Oh, general gameplays.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Again, I would have not have used it. It's a weather delay.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Canceled or postponed due to weather.
Due to weather.
Boat race.
Boat race. Is that like an infield triple or something like that?
It's where a team's just blowing out the other team.
Oh, blowing out the other team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duck on the pond. Ducks on the pond, I should say.
Ducks on the pond. Is that when the bases are loaded?
Close. It's when a runner's in scoring position, so second or third.
Second or third.
Yeah, you got ducks on the pond. Walk off.
Oh, yeah, just get, so many balls.
You hit it, and then it wins the game.
Yep.
So you can.
Oh, that
off.
one. Yeah, that one. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was thinking something else.
Yeah, no, it's where you have the game-winning hit.
Yeah, you hit. Yeah, you don't have to score, but third base does.
Yeah.
So.
Wheelhouse. It's where the pitch goes into like your best hitting area.
Oh, okay. That's your wheelhouse.
That's in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So, but those are some of the baseball slangs for this week.
Wow, there's one that I'm surprised that, because I used it all the time and nobody ever knew what it meant.
What?
It's like, oh man, you're batting 1,000.
Oh yeah. That's
where you're like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's where you never miss.
You never miss.
Yeah. Yeah. Baseball's an interesting sport because it's based off of failure.
Yep.
Like if you're a good hitter, you hit the ball 3 out of 10 times.
Yep. Yeah. If your batting score and everything else is like, at least above 300.
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing that they go out that far, that, I mean, you'll see people like, I've got like a 383, I've got a 365.
Yeah.
You start to get some people's like, I got 432. And you're like, oh man, that guy's really good.
Yeah.
Again, great movie. Watch Moneyball. It's awesome.
Best baseball movie is probably Bull Durham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's funny. It deals with minor leagues. Yeah, Kevin Costner's in it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I see, and that's...
Should do a top baseball movie list.
Oh, yeah, dude. The Natural. It's Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams. That one still gets
I go funny stuff like Major League.
Yeah, Major League.
Give me Vaughn.
Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah. There's a surprisingly large amount of like big name actors in that movie.
Yeah.
Like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
He's in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, what's his name? He always ends up playing the bad guy. And he's got like the light blonde hair and blue eyes.
Oh,
I can never remember his name. I thought it was Norm. It's like a McDonald's something. McDowell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing. I got a ton of respect for that guy. I like him. I think he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's been blacklisted because he refuses to do like kissing or love
any
scenes.
Type of like romantic scene in a show.
Because it's not his wife.
And and he actually, like, his point of view on it is, pretty kind of, it's pretty good because he was in Band of Brothers too. he came out and he says, "Oh yeah," he says, "with violence and everything else,
Everybody's got no problem
he's
with
like,
it.
well, no, he's like, you shoot somebody on set, and special effects go off, whatever, cut. Oh, you get up, you laugh, you high five, you're like, man, that was really good. Oh man, the stunt guy was great. This, that, and the other." He says, "There's nothing real about that."
Yeah.
He says, "There's no way that you can engage in that type of intimate activity with another woman and not have it not be real."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Makes
that's
sense.
a really good way to put it.
Makes sense.
And that's another thing. Like, if he doesn't want to do like
cares?
romantic sex scenes and stuff like that, don't get me wrong, I think he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
It's his prerogative.
That's his prerogative. Let's, there's all sorts of other shows and movies and stuff like that, but because, and I have my own feelings with Hollywood and everything else, but I think it is because it's a disgusting, horrible place that, oh, well, you just don't want to have sex. It's like, yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Because that's my wife. And I only want to do that with her. And I'm not going to be, taking my shirt off and getting intimate with any other woman except for her. So
kudos to him.
How about we do other shows? Well, no, we're just not going to hire you at all now. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But
moving on to our next question. All right, question number 2. What do you got for us?
Okay. Do you want a question or do you want the rest of the K-pop drama?
Let's go with the K-pop drama.
K-pop drama.
Okay, so no question 2. This is more life updates.
Okay.
Okay. Just as long as it doesn't
Just
take
as
like
long-
40 minutes.
Oh, dude.
Because we only got 30 minutes
Okay.
left.
So, understanding the family tree and the dynamic of Cammy's family, you almost need a master's degree in like family relationships and
Okay.
everything else. It's pretty rough. My dad, during the reception, like came to her, pulled her to the side, and he says, "Cammy, one of these days we're gonna have to sit down and we have to talk about your family." And she just looked at him like, "Oh, like what do you mean? Like, is something wrong?" He's like, "No, I have no idea where all these people are coming from." And she starts laughing and she's like, fair. So, Cammy's mom and dad, birth mom, birth dad, married, had Cammy, then divorced.
Okay.
Both of those people married other people. And then those families had more children on either side, right? Okay, good. So you have Cammy's side, which is the Maryland side. That's her mom, with all of the other people that are on. And then you have the Brian side, which is her dad, and all of those people over there. Okay, well, Brian decided, not decided, but after Brian was married to Cammy's mom, everything else, blah, blah, got divorced, dated, everything else, then met this gal by the name of, Julie, and got married. She had 2 kids, and then they had 2 more on that side of the family. The kids that weren't Brian's that came into the family were 2 of them, Tara and Brody. So, Brody's a piece of work.
I was going to say, anybody that I've ever named Brody is...
Oh, yeah. He's, for lack of a better terms, a dick of the highest degree.
Okay.
Okay. So, very arrogant, narcissistic, violent type of individual.
Violent?
Yeah. Likes hitting women, that type of stuff.
Oh,
anyway.
He should come to class.
I know.
We have a special class for those.
We do. So he had a girlfriend. Her name is Rose. And they, of course, were, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, sleeping around. She gets pregnant. He convinces her to have an abortion, whatever. That happens. They're still kind of dating. Their relationship's not going so hot. Then they both decide that maybe we should have a kid, and that's going to help our relationship.
Yeah, Band-Aid baby.
Oh, my gosh. Anybody, look me in the eyes. People, don't do that. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. Don't be stupid. Having a kid's not going to fix your relationship. Idiots.
Nope.
Anyway, so she gets pregnant, and he comes up and he's just like, I don't know how we're going to afford this kid and everything else. I think we're going to give him up for adoption, because Rose was like, I don't want to have an abortion again. And Brian, Cammy's dad, looks at Brody and he says, well, okay. And then looks at Rose. He says, do you want to give the kid up for adoption? She's like, no. Like, I want to keep the kid. And so it kind of started to push the conversation to, now she's going to keep it. You guys aren't married and everything else, but you're the dad, so now you're going to have to pay child support for this kid and everything. Well, he gets all pissed off because now he has to pay child support for this kid that, of course, you know, he impregnated this girl and everything else. Well, and this is like recent because this girl's like only 2.5 years old. And so, you know, Rose, she's, you know, got her own, you know, things that are going on and everything else in her life. And both Brian and his soon-to-be ex-wife, Julie, took it upon themselves that if this little kid is going to make it, she's not going to make it with Brody, and she's not going to make it alone with Rose. So we are going to come in and be that support system and be that, you know, family and everything else. And we're going to take care of her when Rose needs help and everything else.
Well, that just got more complicated, didn't it?
Yeah. But from a really, I kind of look at it from like, and they're like, I've watched it. It is from a very, very healthy point of view. And when I say healthy, I mean, like, they're very respectful of, like, you know, they will call up Rose and be like, hey, you know, we would like to have Mia for a few days. You know, do you have something going on? Like, do you want to drop her off or anything else?
Complicated in that they're getting divorced now.
Well, so here's the awesome thing about watching this go on is that, yes, they are getting a divorce and everything else. However, both of them are still in contact with her.
Okay.
To help, you know, because both of them love Mia to death and love Rose and everything else. And after you meet this little girl, like, it's hard not to. Like, she's just awesome. So for this family trip, Brian gets a hold of Rose and says, hey, we are leaving on this trip. We're leaving Wednesday to go up to Island Park. You know, I would like to take Mia up there and take her up there and just have her on the boat, have her with us. Like, Cammie's going to be there. Ashlyn's going to be there. Tony's going to be there with his kid. It's going to be great. And so Rose is like, this is fantastic. I'm coming back from, like, a trip or something like that to California. So I'll come back for that trip. And then you can, you know, could you come down and pick her up? And he's like, yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll come down and pick her up. So, of course, being the, you know, responsible mom, she texts, you know, the baby daddy, Brody, who lives in Arizona. Hey, FYI, you know, Brian's going to be taking Mia. It's, of course, across the state line. So he's taking her up to Idaho, to Island Park for this week-long trip. Cammie's going to come pick her up. So he picks up the phone and calls Brian. You motherfucker, all this other stuff. And he starts yelling at him. And Brian's just like, shakes the phone and hangs up. He's like, I'm not going to entertain any of that.
No.
You know? And I'm sitting there thinking, like, why do you care? Like, did you have time already set aside for that?
Yeah.
That you were going to go ahead and take him? And ends up texting Brian this diatribe of, like, you know, F you, da 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 da, like, you're, you know, all this, like, crap.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and then he's like, you know, I'm like, fuck Cammie. And now, and this is where the Korean K-pop drama comes in, because in the text he mentions me, who I've never really met the guy.
Yeah.
That I am a pedophile ass looking motherfucker.
All right.
And Brian showed me the text. It's like, I actually read it, and I start laughing. and he's like, yeah, just don't engage. Just don't engage. But this is kind of what's going on. Just don't engage with it. And I'm like, engage with it? Like, that's the best he can do?
Yeah.
And so Cammie was like, she was like, yeah, like, this is kind of like what's going on. I'm like, I'm dying laughing. I'm like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and so I tell my dad, and because my dad, you know, we visited him. He's in Idle Falls, and as we're coming through, we were like, okay, we'll stop and visit him, and tell him that. And you know, I was like, yeah, like this is what he called me. My dad looks at me and he says, and he's still standing? And I said, well, he said it through text, and he's like, pussy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I mean, here's the thing. I was just like, dude, So that was like the beginning of the drama.
Mm-hmm.
So like the whole entire weekend, every once in a while, I'd, like lean over to Cammy. Just remember, I'm not a pedophile. I might look like one, but I'm not a pedophile. What do a pedophile look like? And she looked at me and she says, that's his go-to for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that is go-to insult for everything. And I'm like, all right, okay, cool. So we have that going on that side of the family.
Okay.
It gets better because in any decent like soap opera, you don't have like the main storyline drama and everything else. What else do you have? You have the B story, you know, the other story that's going on in mixed of everything else. So we're leaving this family. Follow me. And we're moving now over to Cammy's mom and her family that's there. So, right.
But hold that.
Oh, man.
We will continue, but we're going to move on to our next question. And we're going to continue this on. Well, the next question was supposed to be mine that I'm going to ask Tony, but we're going to save that for another day. And we're going to move on to continue on station number 2.
Part 2.
Part 2, the family side of the drama. So our question 4 is going to be the mom side.
So, yeah.
So part
what's happening on the mom side.
Question 4, mama
Good
drama.
heavens.
Mama drama.
Good heavens.
Okay.
So, and again, I have a lot of empathy for Cammy's mom.
Yeah.
Cammy's mom has this innate desire to have all of her kids and family members and everybody else come together and have a wonderful time with each other and just want to, like, she really, you can tell she really wants that family environment. And I don't blame her for that.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't, because I kind of fit into that too, where it's like if I had a choice of, you know, what I would kind of want to spend my day doing, oh yeah, like I'm gonna make food. I want my kids to come over. I want to talk. I want to like figure out about their lives, both Landon, Cicely, Ashley, like all of them, you know, and maybe sit after we eat, sit down, watch a movie, do something, play a board game, whatever. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Just let's hang out, you know. And so she kind of wants that, and you can tell. And there are 2 people in this family that are not really wanting to be a part of the family, or they have an issue with certain people in the family, which pushes them to the point where they just don't want to be around.
Mm-hmm.
And one person is a sister-in-law, you know, so one of the half brothers' wives, you know, she has really never wanted to do anything with the family or finds excuses for it or whatever. And the other person is actual Cammy's half-sister. And there was this huge text blow-up before the wedding. Like, and I don't mean like immediately before the wedding, but like a week or 2 before the wedding, where everything just exploded, you know, and so Cammy's other sister-in-law, her name is Heather. She's awesome and amazing. Heather's a kick in the pants. Like, I enjoy spending time with Heather. Her 2 girls are awesome and amazing. Trevor's great, which is her, you know, her brother, and you know, they get along really well. Well, they always plan this thing at Gardner Village, Fairy Days, and had planned it on the calendar, and it's something that Heather had done with her girls, and then just invites, like, if you can come.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I'm totally okay with that. Like, hey, like, again, shameless plug for the dojo. We've, you know, got a barbecue on January 25th.
Yep.
You know, potluck, bring stuff, enjoy, have fun. You know, if you can, come. If you want to, come.
Yes.
If you can't, just know that you're invited, and I want you here anyway. But if you can't, I understand.
It's like, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I take all invitations for everything. I don't think like people are trying to exclude me because they're trying to choose certain days.
No.
I just can't go. I can't go.
You just can't go. But the fact that you were invited means a lot.
Right. So the whole thing started to blow up when this other sister-in-law couldn't come because she works on that day. And I'm so frustrated that only certain people are allowed to choose what days we do this.
The Fairy Days?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's like, Heather's like, this was my thing to begin with.
Yeah.
and I just invited you because this is when I'm going.
Yeah.
And I'm going with my mom and my girls, and I like extended the invitation to everybody else. Invited Cammie. Cammie said, "Yeah, I can go with Ashlyn and Cicely, and we can go down to Fairytale, whatever." The whole entire thing blew up. Well, then the other sister comes in, who Cammie and her had a big fight, to the point where she looked at her and she says, "You're no longer a sister of mine." Blah blah blah.
Cammie said that, or the girl said that to Cammie?
The sister said that to Cammie.
Okay.
And like when they were planning for like the bridal shower and stuff like that, she straight up texted like, "I won't be at the bridal shower. I don't want to be a part of this and anything else. Please remove me from this text group." So she didn't even go to the bridal shower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she jumps in there, starts throwing this stuff back and forth. Well, in I think it's a couple weeks or something like that, they had her mom's side of the family has a trip up at Bear Lake. Because of all of this drama and everything else, Cammie's just like, "I don't want to go to Bear Lake."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Okay," she's like, "I don't want to go to Bear Lake. What do you think?" And I'm like, I'm the wrong person to ask on that because my family's really good at just cutting people off.
Yeah.
Because of boundaries.
I wouldn't go.
Like, these are my boundaries. Like, I'm not going to go somewhere and made to feel like a piece of shit by the people that are there, or feel like I'm here, but I really can't interact with you because I'm pissed off at you and everything else, whatever. Okay, cool. So she's like, "Okay, fine. We'll just not go." And, she's like, "That's my choice."
Yeah.
Whatever. I was like, "Okay, cool." So this was all before the wedding, right?
Okay.
Wedding comes. Again, this one, sister doesn't show up to the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't show up to the ring, ceremony. Doesn't show up to the reception at all. MIA. Whole entire time. So we, do all that, everything else, come back, head up to Island Park. While we're at Island Park, she calls Cammie. "We really need to bring things back together, and we need to talk about things and air things out in the open and all of this."
The girl that blew up?
Yeah, the girl that blew up on Cammie didn't show up to her bridal shower, didn't show up to her wedding, anything else of that day, and then is trying to come in with the olive branch.
Yeah, be like, "I'm sorry."
And I look, this is kind of where, again, the anger portion of me starts to flare up. And I'm like, you know what? No, I really don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You have shown me by your actions where you're at. You have not put forth any effort. This feels like a complete manipulation from the parental side, because the parents are probably yelling at each other, like fighting or something, because two of the families that go up to Bear Lake now are not going to go because of this division that was actually started by two of the other siblings that are in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they look at one and they're like, "You need to fix it."
Yeah.
And we just need to all go and get together and everything else. And I'm like, no, I don't. You didn't show up to your sister's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who, has been wanting something like this for, past 15 years. You've had Ashlyn and everything else. Goes off, does all this, and you decide to not be a part of it or anything else because of some grievance that you feel, because you can't get over yourself. No, we're not doing this. And so that's currently going on right now, to the point where, the most recent text message was, "We need to have a family meeting." And then they didn't include Cammie's brother in that text message group. And she's like, "Why are we going to have a family meeting if you're not going to include him?"
Yeah.
You know?
I get it. It's like, it's
and
not
so,
a family meeting.
if we have everybody together, then we'll invite Trevor.
No, you'll
like,
invite
no,
Trevor.
You invite Trevor in the very beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. The K-pop, I just sit back and I'm literally eating popcorn, drinking a Monster. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I just can't wait until I get in there and I can actually say stuff. And then, okay, so this is the drama of everything. So, of course, Ashlyn totaled Cammie's car.
Yeah.
So we went to go actually buy one on Thursday of this week.
Okay.
And so
2 days ago.
Awful experience at the Tim Daly in Murray, just FYI. I don't know if it was, I think it was literally the salesman that I had, because the one that we had before, he was young, but at least energetic and ready to make things happen.
Yeah.
So, and we were just trying to figure things out and get everything put together. So we're looking at a Nissan Armada, the Pro 4X one,
Yeah.
which is the more off-roading one.
Okay.
And so we get there, and I don't know. Maybe I look like I'm poor. Maybe I look like I don't have a lot of money. I don't know. But we got there, and we kind of told the guy what we wanted and everything else.
And he basically looked at you and be like, you can't afford that.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Came in and was like, well, no, we've got this used one. I have a used one. It's a 2025. It's going to save you a lot of money if you want. And I'm like,
did I ask you if I wanted to save a lot of money?
Well, and here's the thing is that I was like, how much is the used one? Well, it's 67. And I'm like, okay, after your discounts and everything else, like a brand new one's 71.
Yeah.
Like, are you joking me?
Yeah.
Like I get 20,000 miles and another year of the warranty on it.
Yeah.
And so, well, that's if all of the discounts apply. I'm like, this is your advertisement price on the internet.
Yeah.
So no, all of the discounts apply.
You have to apply them.
And so it was just going back and forth, and because I told him, I'm like, I don't have a credit score.
Yeah.
And he's like, so like you have bad credit? I'm like, no, I don't have a credit score. So like what you have, like, is it bad? Is it, like a low score? I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, you're so dumb.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't owe money to anybody, and you do that for long enough, you don't have a credit score.
Yeah.
Duh. Oh. And so when he came back with like the financing, because he did run our credit, because we're kind of like looking for what we could apply for.
Yeah.
And like it didn't even ask how much I was going to put down, whatever. It just brought back like, this is what we've got, this is the interest rates, and this is how much the monthly would be if you put $1,000 down, $2,000 down, or $3,000 down.
You're like, what if I put 10?
And I sat there, I was waiting for him. I'm like, are you going to ask? Because I'm not going to volunteer it.
Yeah.
Because I know how the sales thing works and the dance and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I was like, okay, fine. So, all right, well, let's see what you got by way of inventory just here on the lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we have this one because we want one with the bench and the center seat. Like this one has captain's chairs. It's not even the one that I want. Well, let me see if I've got one with the bench. And so he finds one, pulls it up around front. Yeah, I got it. It's in the color. It's kind of what you guys are looking for. It's got the bench. Yeah, we can make this done today. And I'm like, all right. So we're kind of like, I'm walking around it, looking at it and everything else. And then I get to the back and I stop where the tow hitch is supposed to be. It's got that plastic cover over it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it looks like somebody hit the plastic cover because you can see the imprint of the tow hitch. I'm like, oh, that sucks. And then I look at the whole bumper. The whole bumper's been hit. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I start to look up, the whole tailgate and everything. Like the gate on the back has been hit and everything else. And Cammie comes around from the driver's side and she says, I don't know, like, what do you think? I'm like, it's been wrecked. And she's like, what? I'm like, come here. And I showed her. She's like, oh my gosh. And the guy's like, so we walk around to the front and he comes out. He's like, yeah, so like, what are you thinking? I said, it's wrecked. And he looks at me. He's like, what? What do you mean? No, it's not. It's not wrecked. I'm like, I'll show you. Come here. And pulls her out the back and he just looks at it. His whole entire face just falls. It's like,
yeah.
Oh. And I'm like, you didn't even check that? Like, are you serious? So we're like, when are you getting new ones? Well, I mean, we might get some new ones. I mean, these are the only two we've got. We're going to be getting some new ones maybe mid-August.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, give me a call, whatever. And so Cammie's like, what if we just go to the one down at Southtown?
All right, well, I
Okay,
can't.
back to it.
Back to it.
So, from what the guy was saying, and even the guy was saying, it's like, man, like these Armadas, we don't carry a lot of them because they're like really expensive and everything else. And, almost like saying like, I don't think you can afford this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And again, doing this job, it's not what I think he thought that I could afford. It's the fact that he's like, I can't afford that vehicle.
He was projecting.
Yeah. So we drive down to the one in Southtown, and sure as crap, drive up to it. They have like 10 to 12 that are on the lot.
Yeah.
8 of which are the Pro 4X, which is what
What
we're
you
looking
want.
for. We get out, and totally different vibe.
Yeah. Well, professional, probably.
100%. Like, and it was funny because after about like 2 minutes of like interacting with Connor, and I'll remember the other guy. He's from Boston. Awesome, really good guy. But he was new to sales. But Connor was the team, like, he's the sales team manager.
Yeah.
And Connor was like kind of taking over and everything else. And Cammie just looked at me after dealing with him for like a minute or two. She's like, okay, I really like him. And I just chuckled. And I said, that's the difference between somebody who's not a good salesman and somebody who is.
Yeah.
And so we told him, we're like, oh yeah, the guy didn't think that we could afford this and everything else. And he's like, he did? I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, the way that he treated us, he's like, oh. And so we're going through that, told him how much we're going to put down. And he just like shook his head and laughed. And I said, just FYI though, like, I don't have a credit score. So when they go to send it off to finance, we go in to sit with the finance guy. He's like, okay, well, yeah, Cammie, your credit score is like 8, like it ranged between like 810 to 798, that area. And he looked at me and he says, your credit score is weird. And I'm like, what do you mean weird? Like, I'm surprised you even found one. He says, no, it was there. And I'm like, okay, what was my credit score then? He says, 9,002. And I'm like, bull crap. And he's like, no, it's right here. Pulls up the paperwork. 9,002. He's like, I've never seen that number.
Yeah.
And I said, well, that number is when you like don't have debt and pay everything off, and then after a while you can't really run a credit score.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so we did end up buying a car, but it was one of those lessons that I sat there and thought about it, and I was like, you know what, like, you gotta kind of like take your own, you know, personal, like, perspective, and like that's for you.
Yeah, that does. Don't project that on the people
Don't
you're
project
talking
that on
to. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, what we charge for some of us might seem like a lot of money every single month. You know, especially when you look at it by way of like an annual burn. You know, that you're like, oh wow, like even if it's like $2,500 a month, you're looking at like $2,700 a year.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, well, that's a lot of money.
Not really.
To you,
yeah,
it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, like we've talked about before with Ashland's volleyball. I mean, just to do volleyball for like 6 months, it's $3,500.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. Ours is very inexpensive.
Very inexpensive.
Yeah.
And again, we don't know what that person's goals are or their financial situation.
And what they get out of it is worth so much more.
100%.
Yeah.
And so, dude, it was just like one thing after another, after another, after another. And I'm just like,
man, we could have like an 8-part series on this.
Dude, holy crap. Like just from like wedding to now.
Yeah.
Wedding to now. From going from like, you know, I'm pedophile looking, you know, to I don't want to show up to your wedding, but then can we be friends?
Yeah.
To I don't think you can afford this vehicle. And it's like, shut up. I'm going to put $45,000 down.
Yeah.
Up your butt. You know?
So you put almost half down.
Well, we didn't.
Oh, okay.
So
But you could have.
I could have.
Okay.
You know, and the guy
was like, oh, damn, you put half down?
Yeah,
oh.
The guy looked at me and he's like, so how much are you looking to put down? I said, really? That's kind of interesting that you ask a question that he never brought up. And he's just like, oh no. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. But yeah. So he's like, so apparently if you're going to be putting that much down, the 2.9% financing is not going to be that big of a deal to you, is it? I'm like, no, it's not. You know, he says, so you're looking for probably as much money I can get you off the vehicle.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. He's like, no, we're going to go that route.
Well, I look forward to seeing it.
It's, yeah, it's going to be, it'll be nice because it'll be bigger. Because now we have, I mean, going from like 4 people to 5, you know, and in their family, like it goes from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot more people and everything else. And so.
But let's move on to our fight scene. All right, this week we have the Battle of the Avatars.
Oh.
We have Aang.
Okay.
The only Avatar.
Duh.
And the blue Avatar is the Navi.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, okay, we're going to have Aang and Sozin. Like, what do you think?
No.
You know, and like, okay.
No. Because that actually happened.
Yeah.
So, because I'm rewatching the Avatar series.
It's so good.
Have you seen the live action?
I started the live action.
It's rough because they try to condense so much into so little amount of time.
And that's another one that you kind of have to turn your brain off just a little bit for the quality of acting and stuff that's coming out because they're kids and it's brand new.
The second season, the kid that plays Aang,
oh, dude, he grew
a lot, and it almost doesn't fit anymore.
Yeah.
So, but that's besides the point. So we got Aang versus the Navi. Let's go. I don't even know what realm they would be in, but Aang's planet with the four nations.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Oh, dude, Aang, totally, 100%.
Yeah, I've got the Avatar.
100% Avatar.
Yeah, the Last Airbender.
He does like with the Navi. He doesn't even need the Avatar state.
No, not at all.
You know, which is like all of the bending that he can do, done.
I agree. I got Aang just ripping him a new one.
Yeah.
So, all right, now we've got the Avatars battling. Well, I shouldn't even call them Avatars, but Aang versus the Navi on Pandora.
Dude, Aang.
I got Aang again as well.
He's got a whole planet made of water.
Yeah, exactly. I got Aang.
The rocks are already floating.
Yep.
You know, I'll just throw an island at your face.
I'll just be like, yeah.
It'll be like Thanos.
Yeah.
Next time you throw a moon in my face.
I totally agree. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. We got round 3 in a cage, no like special powers. So he doesn't, no bending for Aang.
This is the only thing because of the size difference.
Yeah, I've got the Navi.
The Navi,
they're so much bigger than he is.
They're so much bigger.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
I've got the Navi.
I've got the Navi on that.
But I've got Aang winning 2-1 overall.
2-1. Duh.
So yep. But let's move on to
hold on. Here's the question.
Okay.
Can Aang have Appa in the ring?
No.
Damn it. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, if we have Aang and Appa.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go Aang 3-way.
A flying bison. We already talked about bison.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love Appa.
Yeah. But all right, moving on to our joke of the week. All right, what do you got for a joke?
I will use my old one that I used this morning.
Okay.
Because I do think it still cracks it.
Yeah.
There's certain jokes out there, you know, that no matter how many times you hear it, it's just funny, you know. I have a Polish friend. And a Czech one, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Czech one, too.
Okay, this one's a good one. How do you catch an elephant?
How?
You dig a hole, you fill it with ash, then you put a peanut right at the end. Then when the elephant walks in, you kick him in the ash hole.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Since we're talking about my married life now, a funny joke. So there was a gal on Kill Tony. She had this really funny line that she was on there, and she was like, yeah, you know, like I don't have a lot of like sexual experience and stuff like that. And so I'm dating this guy and things are kind of going to, you know, going pretty well with the two of us. And, you know, and like, I don't know, like I really don't know what to do. And so I'm talking to one of my girlfriends and she says, well, you know, don't worry about it. Like you're cute, you're attractive. And if you guys get to that point, just sit there and just starfish. She's like, starfish? Yeah, just starfish. She's like, okay. Okay, I'm going to keep that in mind. So they go on this date. You know, they go back to, you know, his place and things are kind of getting hot and heavy. And so she's like, okay, starfish. And so, you know, things are starting to progress and everything else. And so she lays there, arms out, legs out. And, you know, he kind of comes in and all of a sudden she says, I'm Patrick.
That's
Needless
a good
to
one.
say, we didn't have sex.
Second date.
So, hold up. So that has now become the warning signal to my children that if there's a knock on the door and they hear, I'm Patrick.
Oh, geez.
So that's the joke of the day.
Okay, this one's a fun little statement.
Okay.
The fact that hemorrhoids aren't called asteroids is a major miss, an opportunity for science.
I 100% agree. Medical science should have called them asteroids.
Yeah.
You know, yes.
But moving on to our shout-outs. All right, anybody like to shout out?
Yeah. Actually, I'll shout out to Brian, Cammy's dad.
Okay.
Because he's the one who paid for the Airbnb that we had up in up on Bill's Island and on Park. He brought his boat up and everything else. And when you're in close proximity like that on a vacation, you kind of get, sometimes, especially if you're close and you're hanging out with those people all the time, you kind of see what their true personality is.
Yeah.
Brian's he's a really, really good guy.
Good.
Just relaxed, ready to go and have fun, with whatever it is. Like, like Landon and Sicily or something like that. We're just like, we want to go out on the boat. We want to go tubing. It's like, and he just got up. It's like, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah. Good dude.
Like, we're going to go out and we're going to, Landon and I are going to go on the wave runners. Yeah, go on the wave runners. The girls were like, well, we want to go tubing. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, so Landon and I would just kind of play on the wave runners while they went tubing. And we just kind of like followed behind them. So like, we're all kind of, but but he's a really good guy, and I do wish him the most happiness and stuff like that, even though he's like going through the divorce and everything else.
Yeah.
And it's just, those type of things are hard. But
shout out Brian.
Shout out to Brian.
All right, moving on to our final thoughts. Basically, just enjoy the people you're with, and even if there's drama, pull out the popcorn.
Yeah. Final thoughts. Again, put yourself in a good mental state.
Yeah.
And then, especially if you're in a relationship, if you're constantly if both parties are constantly thinking, hey, what could I do that's going to make you happy today?
Everything would solve itself.
Everything's good. Everything's going to be fine. And when you find that person, kind of like the line out of The Last Starfighter, which is a great B movie. It's not quite action sci-fi, but it's a good B movie.
It's a good B movie.
Sometimes you got to grab on with both hands and hold on tight.
Yep.
So when you find that,
go. Grab on with both hands, hold on tight.
Yep.
But thanks for joining us this week, you guys, and we'll kick it with you next week.